The opportunity for rain, but also severe storms across portions of Texas over the next 2 days. Let's talk about who's under the gun in the Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 19th of September, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. I'll give you one guess as to why I'm Baldy-in-Chief, but it might have something to do with the fact I'm bald. In other news, we are going to have the opportunity for some more rain and storms today, tonight, and again on Wednesday across portions of Texas, but it will not be a repeat of last week as most of the state will remain dry through the remainder of the work week. In terms of severe weather potential today, the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted a level 1 and a level 2 risk for severe storms. The level 1 risk means isolated severe thunderstorms are possible, and that does include the Concho Valley, the Big Country, the eastern Texas Panhandle, a wee bit of North Texas, generally from Dallas up towards Paris to the northwest, up into southeastern Oklahoma. A level 2 risk, meaning the potential for scattered severe thunderstorms, so a bit of a higher threat for severe weather, does include a majority of northwest Texas and western North Texas. Now, let's take a look at the high-res rapid refresh model, and this shows what may occur today. Bit of a complex scenario, a little more complex than it looked like it was going to be yesterday, but alas, it's Mother Nature. What are you going to do? This morning, thunderstorms have developed across portions of western and central Oklahoma. Those may generate a outflow boundary, or at least a differential heating boundary where temperatures in the rain-cooled air in the 60s. Outside of that, temperatures are in the 80s to 90s, and that may propagate south into Texoma this afternoon, maybe by early afternoon, firing up thunderstorms across portions of northwest Texas into southern Oklahoma. Those storms, if they get going by the early afternoon, would propagate to the southeast, could produce large hail, localized damaging winds, heavy rainfall, and cloud-to-ground lightning. Otherwise, the expectation is we may see more organized thunderstorms develop towards the middle and later portions of the afternoon, east of a boundary across northwest Texas down towards the Big Country. Those storms could become supercellular in nature with a threat of large to very large hail up to the size of tennis balls in the most intense storms, and localized damaging wind gusts of 60 to 70 plus miles per hour. The overall tornado threat today is very low. Storms may actually continue into the nighttime hours. We may see a small cluster move into portions of North Texas, Texoma this evening, and we may see additional storms fire up tonight into early Wednesday morning with the potential for some pocket change size hail and gusty winds. Really, we're just going to have to wait and see how storms across Oklahoma this morning behave and what that in turn sets up this afternoon for the overall environment where things get set up. But again, the potential for some rowdy weather. So we head into Wednesday. The Storm Prediction Center has a level 1 risk for isolated severe storms across northwest Texas, North Texas along the north of Interstate 20/Interstate 30, so DFW North, and then across portions of northeast Texas and the Arklatex. And this is for the potential, a conditional potential for isolated. Hold on. Dog? Hi, making a video. Can we ex-nay the squeaky noise, please? That's what I thought. That's what you get when you have a puppy in the house and the puppy wants to play with the squeaker. Trust me, you don't take the puppy's toy away or else bad things happen. Hey, puppy! Anyway, the potential does exist for we could see a couple of severe storms Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday evening if things can set up. That may not happen, but the threat is there, and if those storms fire up, they could be supercellular with threat for some hail, localized damaging wind gusts, maybe a tornado. Something we'll be monitoring for. If it looks like the threat's even more unlikely to happen, this may go away. Likewise, if it becomes more likely, we may see an upgrade to a level 2 risk tomorrow. In terms of forecast rain totals over the next 5 days, this is through 7 a.m. Sunday. Not a whole lot of rain across a majority of Texas. In fact, the only appreciable rainfall is likely to be north of the DFW Metroplex into portions of Texoma and the Arklatex, and that's thanks to storms today, tonight, tomorrow. With those complexes moving out of Oklahoma to the southeast, the potential for 1 to 3 inches of rain along the immediate Red River from near Sherman all the way east to Paris. Higher amounts across eastern Oklahoma where flooding is going to be possible. Otherwise, those amounts taper down quite a bit with a sharp gradient by the time you get down to Interstate 20. Be lucky to get a quarter of an inch in places like Weatherford, DFW, east of Tyler. But if it looks more likely we're going to see a complex of storms fire up in southwest Oklahoma or northwest Texas this evening that moves to the southeast, some folks in North Texas may get a bit more rain. In terms of fire conditions over the next several days, the Texas A&M Forest Service projecting moderate to high wildfire danger across a majority of Texas. Notice we're not dealing with any very high or extreme dangers, and that's thanks to the rain last week, which has made any higher fire danger more localized to areas that didn't get a whole lot of rain, and also reduced the potential for large wildfires. You can see on Thursday we actually have pockets of low fire danger returning, and that's going to be thanks to some of the rain we see, and at least some increased cloud cover. One of the dogs just made a very bad smashing noise. I am very hesitant to see what has occurred, but we're going to finish this video first before I have to go get one of them with the spray bottle. Never mind. High temperatures over the next several days, well, for late September, and it's about late September, it's definitely going to be above average in the temperature department. Highs in the 90s, a couple folks probably going to get near 100 degrees, which is just abhorrent for late September, but at least it's not 110. At this point, even saying, are you two done? Hey! I'm going to get the spray bottle. Mind you, the spray bottle's just water, but oh well. Tomorrow, you see temperatures in the Panhandle, West Texas, generally in the upper 80s. Same with the Arklatex. Otherwise, 90s galore across the state. San Antonio trying to make a run at 100, which would be, again, abhorrent. Same thing for Midland and Odessa. Thursday, maybe just a couple degrees cooler. Notice a high of 81 there in Dimmitt in West Texas. 80s in the Panhandle, West Texas. Otherwise, 90s across the state. 90s on Friday, and then as we head into the weekend, a bit of a cool front moving into the Texas Panhandle. Highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Otherwise, a bit of compressional heating across the remainder of the state. Temperatures in the 90s with a couple of low 100s showing up. And this is all as the upper-level storm train kind of tries to take systems just north of Texas. Thursday, Friday, Saturday may actually be decent severe weather setups and storm chasing potential for yours truly across parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, maybe the northern Texas Panhandle. But for now, it looks like all that is going to stay north of Texas, at least most of the state. We'll keep an eye on it, but we need more rain, and hopefully that will be coming sooner rather than later. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. You can get your local weather forecasts, interactive weather radars, storm chasing videos, and severe weather coverage in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. We'll have the next Texas Weather Roundup bright and early by 7 a.m. Wednesday. Y'all make it a good Tuesday, and God bless.